Good evening. You may be seated. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is a very special celebration. I am Diane Hill. I am the principal of Rockingham Early College High School. I welcome each of you, and I would like to thank you for taking your time to be a part of this evening as you help us celebrate the graduation of the class of 2014. We are so very proud of the accomplishments of this amazing group of young people. At this time, I would like to recognize those who are participating in our program tonight, as well as our special guest. On the stage, we welcome Dr. Jan Overman, Vice President for Student Affairs for Rockingham Community College, Dr. Rodney Shotwell, Superintendent of Rockingham County Schools, Mr. Charles Perkins, Assistant Superintendent of Rockingham County Schools for Curriculum Instruction, Ms. Chandra Capel, Director of Educational Partnerships for RCC, Mr. Derek Satterfield, Director of Enrollment for RCC, Mr. Kevin Hairston, Guidance Counselor for Rockingham Early College High School, Ms. Kimberly Thompson-Hairston, Science Teacher and Academic Coach for Rockingham Early College High School. The students representing the class of 2014 tonight are Jessica Barron, Jessica Campos, Fatima Hernandez, Jesse Van Gaspik, Holly Little, Ian Courts, and Jonathan Smith. Our special guests seated in the audience include Ms. Nell Rose, the chairperson of the Rockingham County Board of Education, and board members Mrs. Elaine McCollum, Ms. Lori McKinney, Ms. Amanda Bale. Also joining us tonight, Mr. E.C. Stoffel, Rockingham County School Director of Maintenance, Dr. Tiffany Perkins, Rockingham County Schools Director of Elementary Education and Title I, Mr. Bill Holcomb, Rockingham County Schools Assistant Superintendent for Administrative Services, and Mr. Mark Richardson, Rockingham County Commissioner, as well as Mr. Keith May, Rockingham County Commissioner. And I may have missed someone. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Also, we would like to thank the members of the Rockingham Community College staff who are helping us with audio and video tonight. At this time, if you have not already done so, we request that you turn off any pagers, cell phones, or other electronic devices so that they are on silent and they would not disrupt any of our speaking or singing or any of our program tonight. And thank you for being respectful of this request. I'm going to now turn our program over to Dr. Jan Overman, who will bring greetings from the college.
Good evening. Board of Trustees, Dr. Shotwell, and other Rockingham County School Board administrators, Ms. Hill, the staff of Rockingham Early College High School, Ms. Capel, and most of all, the 2014 graduating class of Rockingham Early College High School. Yes, that is exciting. Yeah. It is so interesting to see you so somber as we were over there and everybody was hooping and hollering. I haven't seen this look. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of RCC, we celebrate this special occasion with you this evening. Our president, Dr. Helmick, sends his greetings and regret he was not able to attend this evening. The early college is an integral part of RCC, and we are committed to hosting the early college experience, for we believe in the meaning, the concept, and the benefit that this educational opportunity has for our shared students. Dr. Shotwell and Mr. Perkins, it has truly been a pleasure to collaborate with you in this partnership between the college and the Rockingham County Schools. For the class of 2014, I've had the pleasure of attending special events in the early college and talking with these outstanding students. And I can attest to their enthusiasm, commitment to education, and their exuberance about exploring and finding their place in the world to make a difference. Tonight, you have reached a major milestone in your academic career. But I challenge each of you to let this be just the beginning of your lifelong learning. For some of our graduates, I've already seen you at graduation, for you received your associate degree from RCC last Friday. Let's give them a hand. A very special congratulations to you. For others, I know you are continuing on with us, and we will see you right back here in the summer and the fall to complete one or two classes, and you too will have your degree. As you know, we have many programs and offerings that will lead you to a career and life of meaning. Again, welcome to all of you for this evening of celebration, and congratulations for you, the class of 2014.
All right, hello graduates. All right, what an amazing 5 years it has been. I want you to realize something tonight. It's been 5 years. Most of you are 18, 19, 20 years old, which means you spent 1/4 of your life on the RCC campus. 1 out of every 4 years you have been alive has been spent on this campus, and we are so glad that you're a part of us, and we know we will always be part of you. And as I look out at you, I am still amazed at how much everybody has changed. Except for Brock still wears that hat, of course. But if you just come to my office, look into our data system. If you've ever had the opportunity to look at yourself on our computer system and see the picture we took when you were, about 13 years old, which is still in our system and will be there forever and until you decide to take a new one. So whenever you decide to come back, look at your picture. In 20 years, it'll still be there. You must have been truly overwhelmed when you first got here. Believe it or not, I was overwhelmed too. Early college and myself, we both started exactly at the same time. I got here in late August. Early college started 2 weeks later. When you got here, we had before we got here, we only had 80 students. You made about 150. Now we have well over 400. The program has really grown. In addition to that year, I don't know if you remember this, I certainly do, that was the year that unfortunately Haynes Brands closed and we experienced the largest enrollment growth in our college's history. So if it felt like we moved you about 20,000 times, kept moving your classroom, that 9th grade year, kept putting you in different spots, it's because we were trying to find room for everybody. And we call that learning global mobility. It was actually, we're trying to train you. I'm sure you all remember my ACA class, right? Everything I taught you? Okay, VARC, anybody? SQ3R? Cornell method? All right, good. And just like everything we do in ACA, everything in ACA seemed to have a list. And believe it or not, on that first day of class, I gave you a list. So I was going to go through those same 10 success tips and see how many of these actually pertain to you. You will be most successful when you earn a degree in a field that you love. If you haven't finished learning, and I know most of you have not, remember, earn a degree in something that you love. Again, most of you have been alive for about 19, 20 years. You're going to work for 30. It's about 1.5 times your age right now. You better do something you enjoy. Trust me, I really enjoy what I do. Always ask for help. By this point, you've been here for 5 years. I know you all ask for help, especially. Remember, what's the 2-for-1 rule? 2-for-1 rule, 2 hours of study for every 1 hour of class. All right, so you remember these. Things change. That is the mantra of Rockingham Community College. Things change. How many cafeterias did you have? 3? All right. Remember, you got to apply for financial aid every year. Still important for next year. When you're working on a computer, save. Bring cash when you come to campus because there is no ATM card. I can't believe I wrote this in my old syllabus, but it was there. But as true as now, we call that critical thinking, thinking ahead. All right, go to class on time, prepared and ready to learn. And always keep an open mind. And to this, I'm going to add 3 more pieces of advice. Everyone's talked to you about, what you're going to accomplish later on and everything, but I want to give you 3 pieces of advice going forward. Travel. Over the next few years, I challenge each of you to travel someplace distant. Not just a vacation, I want you to stay for at least a month. Whether it be a summer job, semester abroad, or mission work, I challenge you to go somewhere far away. I want you to go somewhere where you actually have to pull out a map to show where North Carolina is. Get to know your family. I know every single one of you in here loves your family, but get to know your family. You're adults now. I want you to become friends with your family. It will be strange to you to realize how much you and your parents have in common and how much enjoyment you can have spending time together. Finally, do not be a stranger. We want to hear from you. Stop by, see us. We know every one of you are going on to do some amazing things, accomplish great things. Come by and tell us about it. Nothing makes us feel better when you come by, tell us, hey, I graduated Harvard. Hey, I graduated Yale. I'm now a nuclear scientist for NASA. Come by, tell us. We want to hear these stories. Don't be a stranger. Come by, see us. Our door is always open to you. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Jessica Barron, and I'm going to reflect on our college participation throughout our time here. So, 5 years. That's how long we have been Griffins. This life chapter has taken around a quarter of our lives so far and has been immensely important in our growth. In this time, we have transitioned from being kids fresh out of middle school to being adults fully attending a community college. This journey has gradually and individually shaped all of us a year at a time. In each year, each semester, we have embraced some unique experiences, some difficult, some more enjoyable than others. We've interacted with and had help from each other and instructors from both the college and the high school. Now keep in mind that a griffin is an amazing creature that is half lion and half eagle. So freshman year, we were fresh out of middle school, fascinated by the size of this college campus we would call our own. I admit I somewhat pity the college instructors that had to deal with full classes of us, such as the ACA or gym classes, because we were still maybe a bit immature. At this time, we were young, new griffins, not ready for flight while we're still getting used to our claws and feet. Sophomore year, we took on some challenging courses such as psychology. For the most part, we clustered as early college students in these classes. In this year, we're still getting used to walking around campus as griffins, but our feathers were just beginning to grow. Junior year, we had some choice in selecting our college classes. This was when we began choosing our paths and thinking about which degree we wanted to aim for. Our flight feathers were getting bigger and stronger, and we could start seeing the goal in the end. Senior year found us all over the place. At this point, we all had different schedules, some with solely college classes. We now easily interact with the Eagles, the full-time college students, where we were often considered a part of them. Our feathers had formed wings. We can now taste the sky, although our flight is unstable. Super senior year, the last year, the year where we have the coolest title ever. As a grade, I think we've hardly seen each other around campus. We're all individually wrapping up our own goals, whether that be achieving our associates last week or just finishing up this last semester. During our flight this past year, we definitely might have faced some buffeting winds and other obstacles, but in the end, we truly embrace the part of us that is half eagle or half RCC and soared.
Wow. Can you guys believe we're actually here today? To finally celebrate all those long nights of procrastination? Just kidding, maybe that was just me. But in all due respect, and in all seriousness, we should all be very, very proud that we're finally here because each and every one of us, we deserve this very moment. Today, we look back 5 years and remember how we were all as middle schoolers, taken hostages and dropped off into this community college to fight for our survival and education. We all remember the first year in psychology, and we all know how hard it is to juggle a job or even sports with school. No one will ever take that away because that is what has made our school triumph and unlike any other. Nonetheless, 20 years from now, we were all going to have different experiences and a perspective about our high school. Want to know what else makes our high school experience unlike any other? Take a moment to look at the person next to you and the person behind you. These are all familiar faces, aren't they? That's because we have grown and matured next to each other for the past 5 years. Our small class is why we are unlike any other high school. I can honestly say that we are all united. And it has been all those struggles and all those challenges that we faced to get here that has united us. Don't ever forget the struggles and the challenges that you took to be here. And take those struggles and those challenges as a key to your motivation in order to strive for even more success in the future. That is what has made our high school experience unlike any other. And because of that, we have created a memorable high school experience. Let us take our hard work and our dedication in the future with us so that we can never stop educating ourselves in the future. And like I mentioned before, we're here because we deserve to be here. Congratulations, class of 2014.
Let it go, can't hold it. Whoops, sorry, forgot they didn't choose me to sing. In all seriousness, today I ask you, what are you searching for? When we first opened our acceptance letter to ECHS and decided to attend was when we first began our search for something different, something new, and in our search for something to find ourselves. We all said yes for various reasons. Some of us said yes because, it was a financial benefit. Others because we wanted different social interactions. A few of us were dragged by our parents. Thanks, Mom and Dad. And some of us just came here to prove others wrong. And look at us now. Today, many of us are already college graduates, while others have at least a year's worth of college credit. As a second graduating class, I'd say we've done pretty darn good, and we've proved a lot of people wrong. From here on, many of us are taking different paths. Some of us are going off to spend more time in college, and while we're there, some of us may be searching for that Miss or Mr., while other of us may be searching for that degree to be our next step. Others are going into the military, maybe searching for their purpose, and many others are going to enter the work field, possibly looking for financial stability or maybe even a family. No matter what path we decide to take, we have all been given the same opportunity and experience to succeed. Our search has ended here, but just in time for a new one to begin. So today, I leave you with this question. What are you going to do with this opportunity? A wise counselor once told me, remember, a dream without a plan is just a wish.
It's hard to be placed between student speakers because as a faculty member, you want to speak about the students, and as a student, you want to speak about what you've done here at early college. So after reading their speeches, I had to revise mine just a little bit. So 5 years. What have you accomplished in 5 years? Think about that for just a moment. As a freshman at RECHS, I'm sure most of you didn't think about graduation because 5 years is a very long time. I'm sure you can agree that in reality, 5 years have been a blur, a chapter in your life. C.S. Lewis said, hardships are often prepare ordinary people for extraordinary destiny. Each of you sitting here today in your cap and gown is a testament to this. You have been faced with trials and tribulations to get to this point, but you've overcome them and you have done extraordinary things. A few highlights of the extraordinary things that you have done come to mind. Brandon Ellis, one day to be principal, Brandon Ellis, has had the opportunity to work in an elementary school and confirm his desire to go into the teaching profession. Presentations, being a freshman mentor and providing tours at early college during open house, has allowed Fatima Hernandez to become comfortable with public speaking. This has led to High Point University, where she will pursue a double major in international relations and political science. Being the yearbook editor has allowed Jessica Barron to flourish in her artistic and computer skills, and she will continue her education at Wilmington this next year. History courses through RECHS and RCC, and a graduation project which focused on the U.S. representatives, has ignited a passion in Ian Courts. He didn't even know it existed. Studying public administration and pre-law at Campbell University this coming fall will allow him to make his passion a reality. Holly Little is actively involved with Pink for Lives. This began as an in-class assignment and has changed her life. Collectively, you have marked your place at RECHS, and what you have achieved as a group is extraordinary. You have served the community by committing countless hours of your time, 5 years of sorting toys at the Wentworth Armory for the annual toy drive, participating for 3 years at the MS Walk at the North Carolina Zoo, helping our school raise over $3,000 for MS, sending care packages to the soldiers of the 732nd Battalion during their year-long deployment in Iraq, several food drives that have served Rockingham County, and graduation projects that focused on service learning. But we have to get to a few more important things. Let's not forget that 26 of you have already attained your degree from RCC. And there's a small matter of money, almost $250,000 in scholarships to date. So what is next? What extraordinary things will you do in the next 5 years, graduates? Some of you want to enter the workforce and start your careers. Many of you have already said you're going to continue your education, getting your bachelor's degrees at some universities such as Chapel Hill, NC State, North Carolina A&T, and Campbell University, just to name a few. Others will be entering our armed services and serve our country. Do not forget what you have accomplished over the last 5 years, but also do not let it be your story. Go out and continue to push yourselves so when your final chapter is written, those who learn about your legacy can only simply remark, "That is extraordinary." The faculty of RECHS bid you farewell, class of 2014.
Down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still waiting in the silence until you've come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. More than I can be. stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You've all raised me up to be all I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I'm on your shoulders. You've all risen us up to more than we can be. And to my classmates, we raise each other up to more than we can be. I love y'all.
Give it up for Jonathan Smith. Woo! Everyone, close your eyes. Think back to that first day at school when we got off the bus and stepped onto ECHS territory. Boy, were we scared, but at the same time, we were pretty excited. Well, for some of us. Going into the auditorium to hear all the teachers introduce themselves was a drag. Sorry, Mr. Seltzer, we all know you like rock. But the assignment actually started when we had to go on a scavenger hunt all across campus and even the trails. Yeah, those are off limits now. Sorry, underclassmen. Well, we can't promise it wasn't our fault, though. Then in 10th grade, we are all familiar with Dr. McCollum and her kite runner projects. But we also got a free sub if our project was the best. Me. Later, in 11th grade, Math City Chicks, Math City Chicks, Math City Chicks, Math City Chicks. Thank you, Miss Crispin, for all those awesome rap battles. And by the way, Swagger Jackin, you still don't know who you're messing with. Which brings us to our first and second senior years. And now we are here. Dictionary.com defines separation as a point of parting. These senior years were when we began focusing more on being individuals and less as a whole group. Some of us failed every college class we took, but there were some who were able to pass them all. And this year is when it all hit us. We have almost made it after 5 long years, filled with plenty of memories, though. And now we are graduating. Don't let high school be the highlight of your life, because something is definitely wrong with you if it is. I mean, hello, college. Go out there and make the best of memories, because that's what life is actually all about. And just remember what Dr. Seuss always says. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened.
Good evening. Today we celebrate all the hard work we've put into the past 5 years to accomplish our goal of graduating. While we, the class of 2014, are being recognized and honored for our accomplishments, we must not forget that we did not reach this moment on our own. We had a lot of support and help to ensure each and every one of us walked across this stage. Our amazing teachers and staff members here at Rockingham Early College High School have continually been there for us to call on for anything. Even when we weren't students enrolled in their classes, or even if they had never taught us, they never hesitated to help us through homework problems, studying, and also helping us find the motivation and confidence for us to push through when things got tough. They've become like second parents to the students. We also have our families to thank. They have been our rocks and support systems for our entire lives. Personally, I do not know that I would be standing here today, an already graduated student from RCC and a candidate for graduating from ECHS, without the continuous support of my family and ECHS teachers and staff members. They are the people that pushed me to do my personal best and helped motivate me when I felt like giving up completely. So on behalf of the class of 2014, thank you to the teachers, staff, and our family members for all you have done for us. Today we also celebrate looking to the future. As we leave this graduation ceremony, some of us will begin planning life at a university, while others will leave to become a part of the United States military. And still others will wake up in the morning and begin their career as a part of the workforce. So as we all begin the next chapter of our lives, let us not forget what we have learned here, as well as the great support we have received as students at Rockingham Early College High School. Let us look to our futures with heads held high and eyes fixed on finding our places in this world, but never forget where we came from and the people who have touched our lives. Thank you.
Can we give it up for all the speakers and then most of all for the class of 2014? And also to our staff and administrators who did really the hard work too. So can we give it up for them? I count it a privilege and an honor to stand to address my class, which is the greatest class on this side of earth. And they are truly some great people, a great august body, and I'm not going to stand up here and talk about myself, but I'm going to introduce you to some of them. Our journey began on a summer morning in August in the year of 2009. We were excited, nervous, jittery, and full of anticipation. Each of us bringing different experiences, goals, mindsets, viewpoints concerning school, relationships, and life as a whole. Yet despite our differences, we were united on the promise of expanding our educational opportunities, achieving our goals, and the vision of a brighter future. It took faith to leave behind friends, familiar environments, community schools, to branch out into a new path of achieving an associate's degree and a high school diploma. Faith to believe that not only did you have the ability to pass high school classes, but to pass college classes as well. It took trust to believe that the staff, college professors, and high school instructors would use every resource to help us succeed. And with ideals such as the no-fail policy, which prohibited any of us from failing on the high school side if you put the work in, and the academic success program, which promoted success not only in academics, but all areas of our educational career. And with these organizations, we see that our trust was not in vain. During this journey, it also took determination. Determination to push through the late night study sessions, writing paper after paper, enduring long labs, sitting through seminar with Mr. Buck, passing finals, waiting patiently through Wentworth traffic, walking from class to class in the rain, snow, sleet, pushing through college kids to make it to class on time, and waking up early for 8 o'clock classes. Yet today, while sitting here, we see that our faith, trust, and determination are not for naught, but that the culmination of your sweat, tears, laughs, and joys led to this present state. We have not only succeeded in earning our high school diploma, but we have excelled in college as well. And I believe you should give yourselves a hand for that. And the things we learned here will stick with us as we continue into college, work, and the rest of our lives. We are eagles and griffins. We have the ability to soar over every obstacle and roadblock, the body of a lion to endure every possible hardship, and feathers that leave a print on every place we grace with our gifts, talents, and abilities. Now, can you stand and announce these three things? Stand, graduating class. And repeat after me. I can achieve. I will succeed. And I believe in my greatness. Can we say it one more time? I can achieve. I will succeed. And I believe in my greatness. So in closing, I leave you with a quote from Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Griffins, go forth, shine the light to all people, and influence a generation for the better. We may not be able to change the world by ourselves, but together we can take the world by storm and change the course of this nation. Thank you, and God bless.
Wow, I am not a public speaker. I am a principal, and I'm so glad that I don't have to pretend to be a speaker. I just want to share a couple of things with you guys. Seniors, I feel very, very fortunate to get to know, that I have gotten to know each one of you a little bit over these last 3 years. You have become leaders in our high school and also leaders in the college. Your potential is without limits. It has been an honor to work with you. I am not going to try to put on a show. Ian took care of that for me. But I do have something that I want to share with you guys. These are a few simple reminders. The author of this sage advice is unknown. It's taken from a print that hangs on the wall in my house, and I will tweet it out to you later. Today is the day. Be good to yourself. Live life with abandon. Fall in love. Discover your gifts and use them wisely. Create happiness. Laugh often. Be courageous and wild at heart. Make friends everywhere you go. Believe in your own power, strength, and fortitude. Take chances and be spontaneous. Inspire someone. Be brave. Surround yourself with love, laughter, and truth. Learn something new every day. This is your life. Make it beautiful. And now, the really important part, awarding diplomas. Before we begin awarding diplomas, I would like to remind our audience that graduation from high school is a memorable occasion for all of the graduates. It is also special to their family and friends. To make it special for each individual, we request that you be attentive and please refrain from applauding loudly when the graduates' names are called as they receive their diplomas. Instead, wait until all graduates have crossed the stage. Parents and friends who wish to come forward to take photographs are asked to stand on this side opposite the photographer who is on this side so that she makes sure to get a good shot of each one of the graduates. I also remind you at the end, please remain seated until all of the graduates have exited the auditorium. At this time, I ask that those of you who will be assisting in awarding the diplomas, please join me on stage. Mr. Hairston is going to call the name of each graduate as he or she crosses the stage to receive the diplomas. And Dr. Shotwell and Mr. Perkins will congratulate them and shake hands on this side.
Gerard Abdul Rahman. Amanda Marie Angel. Matthew Lawrence Balzer. Jessica Renee Barron. Amy Amanda Bowman. Michaela Simone Blackwell. Jason Alexander Broadnax. Jessica Yaneli Campos Gomez. Jacob Nathaniel Clifton. Ian Lamar Courts. Grace Nicole Crowley. Kevin Matthew De Sosa. Louis Alexander Dishman. Brandon Michael Ellis. Austin Scott Frederick. Khadijah Renee Galloway. Tiara Monte Hamlet. Fatima Montserrat Hernandez. Caitlin Dawn Hill. John Jackson. Tristan Desiree Kalilimoku. Alex Dale Kellum. Joshua Bradley Kendrick. Rebecca Lynn King. James T. Land. Thomas Lee Lawson. Adam Lee Linneberry. Holly Nicole Little. Laura Diane Love. Faith Danielle Lowe. Jacob Brock Lynch. Devontae Martin. Jonathan David Mills.
Yeah, I got you.
Alexis Camarie Monsanto Harrison. Justin Christopher Moore. Michael Paul Myers. Corsica Lee Norton. Andrea Jeanette Perez. Shalicia Shanetta Peterkin. Anna Lila Marie Poe. Rachel Lindsay Potter. Raven Sue Marie Reinhardt. Emily Ann Ross. No. Tamara Russell. April Salvador. Chelsea Sinclair Sellers Wilson. Benjamin Glenn Sharp. Anna Jane Sizemore. Jonathan Edward Smith. Dalton Thomas Tucker. Jesse Lee Van Gospic. Ephraim Scott Vernon. Robert Taylor Walker. Tiffany Brooke Webb. Alexandria Glenn Wright. Quentin Michael Zinker.
All right, graduates, let's hear it for your parents and your family and all the people that supported you through this. One last thing. Class of 2014, please stand. By the authority given to me by the state of North Carolina and Rockingham County Schools, I pronounce you graduates of Rockingham Early College High School. Please take your tassel in your left hand and move it to the right side of your cap. Congratulations. I ask that the audience remain seated until all the seniors have left. Seniors, for now, please be seated because Mr. Hairston is going to bring our closing remarks.
I was asked not to be long. Ian has somewhere to go, so this won't be long. I got you covered. Don't worry about it. All right. I will not be long anyway. Trust me. But first things first, I did not realize how hard this was going to be until I actually started writing it. I'm very close to several of you. You are the first class I went through the entire process with. I interviewed all of you. From 9th grade on, we've been inseparable. Good or bad. Yeah. I love you anyway. Trust me. To the family and friends here, anybody that may have helped us get through this process, I want to say thank you. You're all extremely important. Without you, this wouldn't have happened. I thank you for that, so thank you. I'm going to miss several things about you. I'm going to miss seeing you on campus. I'm going to miss talking to you about your lives. Jonathan Smith, where are you? I'm gonna miss that, because that meant a lot to me. Anybody could help you with grades, anybody can help you with classes, but it was good to get to know you, because all of you are great people. You are. Especially you, Chelsea. No matter what your next step is from here on, I don't care if it's the military, even though I'm kind of worried about some of y'all having a gun. I don't care if it's college, I don't care if it's a job, it doesn't matter. Regardless of what happens next, you will always have family here at this school, okay? We will always care about you. We will always love you, no matter what. I mean that. Now, I know I told Ms. Perez I wasn't gonna cry, so I'm not. For those of you who have never really looked at the quote outside of my door, I have a quote that says, "Faith is to believe what you do not see. The reward of faith is to see what you believe." Have faith in yourself no matter what happens next. For the past 4 to 5 years, we've had faith in you. I knew this day was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen 5 years ago. So that's why I'm going to miss you. That's why I love you. All right? Now, one last thing. I've always told you to have a backup plan. So remember, if plan A doesn't work, there's 25 other letters in the alphabet. All right? Now, class of 2014. Y'all ready to leave? Not yet, hold on. No, seriously, please rise. Before we let you go, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, you mean the world to us. We care about you dearly, all right? Best of luck to you. And please, remember, no matter what happens, I'm a phone call away. Don't do that. Don't call me unless you need something, all right? Okay. All right. All right. Class of 2014, thank you.
Thank you.